What's going on YouTube? The Green Hero '06 here. And yeah, it's been what, 2 weeks or so? Haven't made a video. Been fighting this cold, getting my ass beat, but it's alright. I'm still living. Uh in Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously in life there's ups and downs. But I like to talk about pet peeves of mine that, sometimes I think to myself, why do I bother with this game? Why do I put myself through such trauma and irritation when I don't have to. I'm sure a lot of you think of the same thing, but at the end of the day, the answer is pretty simple. It's like cardboard crack. A lot of you try to quit, but you come back. It really is just that simple. But yeah, uh, here's a few things that I'm sure most of you have gone through at least once in your Yu-Gi-Oh career. For the people who know what I'm talking about as far as Dual Network is concerned, you all know just how agitating that place is because some of the people who play there, I promise you, some of the most annoying people I've ever seen in my life. I mean, come on. Sometimes rulings escape us all, but when you attack with a monster, you attack directly, they drop gores, and then they tell you that you take effect damage as well as they gain a token. It's just like, okay, come on. You got to do better. You really do. Or I have a scrap dragon on the board. I decide to destroy itself and a different card that my opponent controls, and then they tell me that it doesn't work because scrap dragon is no longer on the field when it resolves, so the effect disappears somehow. Random crap like that. Oh, and another one that I swear just I don't know what it is about, again, people on Dual Network that just don't understand how Gores operates because he's so complicated. But such things have just caused me to not really play Dual Network much at all. When they attack with a monster, you change space to pop a back row and then you drop Gores and they tell you that you can't because space is still on the field. Like I said, I've given up on Dual Network. I'm not even putting myself through that sort of pain or suffering. Not again. I'm sure most of you have experienced such things. Shoot, for that matter, if you don't find it funny, more often than not, you probably are the one that's telling people that you can't tribute Thunder King under skill drain because priority is gone. Then you have the more subjective matter of misplaying. Now, everyone by now knows what a misplay is. Obviously, you do something wrong. Sometimes it really is wrong. Sometimes it's a matter of opinion, bad judgment call, whatever the case may be. But I'm sure some of you have experienced when someone has terribly misplayed, when it's blatantly obvious that a misplay has just occurred, and despite the fact that it did happen, said person still managed to bring out victory. And for whatever reason, someone decides to bring to this person's attention that, hey, you did this wrong, that, you're supposed to do this, this, and this, and they shrug it off and just be like, oh, it doesn't matter, I won anyway, right? Sure you did, but you didn't really learn anything from that, and, it shows a lot of ignorance, at least in my own opinion. I mean, you may think I'm full of crap, but, at least that's how I feel about things like that. Or you're on the other side of the coin where you made a play based on what you had to work with, but people think you misplayed, and then they're all in your face like, "Oh, you misplayed because you did do this, this, and this." Well, I didn't have X, Y, and Z available to me to make said play. I was working with what I had. Thank you. In your head, you're just kind of like, just shut the hell up. I know what I got. You didn't. Oh, and then another end of the spectrum is when someone is supposed to be just spectating, Obviously this isn't a game where it matters for anything. It's not a tournament game, not playing for cards or money, whatever the case may be. Someone will, be standing in the back and just every time you do something, no, why didn't you do that? You should have played that card right over there. Shut the hell up. I'm playing, you watching, keep it that way. Then you have to deal with those certain players who just have trouble accepting that your deck operates the way that you built it to. Uh, let's just say Dino Rabbit players, they open up Rescue Rabbit and like 2-3 back row, and then the following turn come with the tour guide play, and they always want to say, "Oh, must be nice to just open up broke all the time." Well, as a former Dino Rabbit player, that's not the case at all, because for as many times as Sabersaurus and Cabazals uh, ruin your hand, it's like, I'm sorry to say, I got a good hand for once, so you can get out of my face. But just people like that in general who always have to complain about you playing your deck the way that it's meant to operate. It's like, my bad, do something about it. Vader's at 3, so I don't know what you complain about Rescue Rabbit for. Just because you don't have it, yeah, that's unfortunate. But whose fault is that? Not mine. Then you have the irritating moments when you want to trade with people. I mean, trading's a part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just as much as playing is. But when you run into those people who, for whatever reason, just not even for whatever reason, I understand. You want to maximize the value of all your cards, but I mean, when you're looking through someone's binder, someone's trade material, and you find random card that you just want for your own personal reason, you're not trying to flip it, make money on it. That's what everybody's on these days. Uh, let's say, case in point, Donzalug. You find Donzalug in somebody's book because you want to play old format deck, for fun, whatever. That's cool. Hey, what you value that Donzalug at? Oh, I value it about 8, 9. That's a little high, don't you think? Oh, well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Such and such, Bumbleclyde.com values it at 10, so I'm actually cutting you a deal. Oh, okay, well, I don't want it that bad, so carry on, bro, carry on. And then there's that moment when people want to trade with you. So you sit down, look through their stuff, and then you're like, oh, well, what do you value this card at? Oh, it's not mine, it's my brother's, I need to keep it. Oh, okay, my bad. What about this card? Oh, I'm trying to keep it for a deck. Okay. um, what about this card? Oh, that card? Oh, I don't know what it's worth. What do you value it at? Oh, I don't know, about 2, $3. Oh, well, that's okay. I'm just gonna keep it. All right, cool. And then you got to deal with those people who, for the life of me, they just feel like they got to be all up in your business. Got to know your life story behind why you want some cardboard. I swear, it's worse than dealing with Matlock, Batman, girlfriend, whatever. Just why you want that card? It's not that good. What you trying to play it in? What's it really worth? I know you know. Man, I just wanted a shape snatch. I mean, come on. It's not like I'm trying to do something with it. You gonna trade it to me or not? That's okay. I'm just gonna keep it. And honestly, I've been trying this entire time to fight off the urge to include the Randy MST. Those who know me know that I hate that play more than anything in the world. But at least with this format, MSTing has become so subjective because, again, with Dino Rabbit, sometimes you have to do that. I don't even say have to do that. Some people do that sometimes because they want to test the waters. They want to see what card the other back rows can't protect. What's going to trip up that Logia in the gate. So I mean, it's become so subjective, but just to me, it's such a blind play, and it just doesn't really help you much. I mean, yeah, a lot of people luck out, but I mean, it just is too risky for my liking. I'll just put it like that. So yes, that is at least my laundry list of things I've experienced in Yu-Gi-Oh that kind of agitate me. Now, I know I probably missed a lot of them. Most of them probably being dual network stories. Probably gonna end up doing just a random video of just dual network stories that just irk me and everyone else. But if there are other stories of, irritation, whether it be playing in or trading, certain situations, specific situations, feel free to comment and do all that YouTube stuff that I always like to tell you to do at the end of every video. So thanks for listening, and until next time.